So Jerome is, of course, best known for his translation of the Bible into Latin. And the translation became known as the Vulgate. And that's how we know it today. And his commentaries on the whole Bible as well, he did. So Jerome tried to make a translation of the Old Testament. And I think he actually accomplished this, but it was based off of a Hebrew version instead of the Septuagint, which is the Greek version. And all prior Latin Bibles had only taken it from the Septuagint. So he was pretty extensive in what he wrote and how he wrote. But again, we're looking back, and I'm trying to be as clear as I can and unbiased in this study, in this look, because my hope today isn't to throw anybody down or say you're wrong and you're right, because I know a lot of us think differently when it comes to the end times. My point here is that there are a lot of variations, but even with those second, third, fourth century writers back in the day, they still believed that much of the book of Revelation was fulfilled, at least in part. And I had written something to myself a couple nights ago as I was getting ready for bed. It crossed my head, and it was, you are going to be so labeled, right? There's the war going on, the enemy trying to keep us from speaking out about things. And I'm like, cheese and crackers. Okay, well, here's my thought about labeling. Labels are good in general. Like if I have white rice, sticky rice, jasmine rice, and I don't know, there's got to be another type of white rice that's different. Let's just say regular, like minute rice, jasmine rice, and sticky rice. It's good if you have these three rices in your home and you don't have the bags anymore. Put them in some containers and go to town with a label maker, because that's awesome. You're not going to borrow the wrong rice from the wrong place if you have a label maker. Labels are excellent for items in your home, or for things on shelves at stores, or for working situations. Labels are terrible for human beings. Okay? They are. It boxes people in. It puts everybody into this niche. And from there, it's like, all of a sudden you can't think past whatever that little finite box is that you have labeled and grouped this or that person into. And I don't want to do that. And I would love for us to learn how to not do that. It's hard though. And a lot of the things we're going to talk about in this study, it is about labels, because that's how we've come to understand certain ideologies or theologies or doctrines. We've come to understand amillennialist and pre-trib and post-trib, and oh, my goodness, the list is extensive. Just saying, it's very extensive.